If you feel stretched thin lately, I want you to hear this in a different way. You are not failing. You are carrying too much at once, and a lot of it was never yours to carry. Here is a simple tool that brings people back to steady ground fast. It is called the two-list rule. It is not a personality change. It is not a long program. It is a practical move you can do in 10 minutes that helps you think clearer, sleep better, and show up stronger. The whole idea is this. Stress gets loud when your mind treats everything as your responsibility. Peace comes back when you sort what is yours from what is not yours. So here is the rule. You make two lists. One is control. One is not control. Control means things you can directly affect through your choices, your actions, your words, your habits, and your follow-through. Not control means things you can care about, but you cannot steer. And once you separate those two, something changes. You stop wasting your best energy on battles you cannot win, and you start putting your effort where it actually pays you back. So do this with me. Grab a piece of paper. Real paper. Not a note app. The act of writing slows your mind down and takes the pressure out of your head and puts it on the page where you can deal with it. At the top of the page on the left, write control. On the right, write not control. Now dump everything that has been chewing on you lately. Work pressure, money stress, family tension, health concerns, schedule chaos, the boss's mood, the coworker who creates problems, the feeling that you are always behind, the stuff you keep replaying in your head, even the things you cannot name, but you feel in your chest. Get it out. No judging yourself. Just list it. Now the sorting starts. One item at a time, you ask one question. Can I directly control this? If the answer is yes, it goes under control. If the answer is no, it goes under not control. This is where your life starts to feel lighter, because your mind stops arguing with reality. Let me give you examples so you can sort clean. Control list examples. How you start your day. Even if your mornings are rushed, you can control your first 2 minutes. You can take 3 slow breaths. You can stand up straight. You can decide you are not going to carry panic into the next room. How you speak to people. You can be firm without being nasty. You can be calm without being weak. You can say what needs to be said without exploding. How you use your breaks. You can scroll yourself into a bad mood, or you can actually rest. A short walk. A few stretches. A little sunshine. Even 5 minutes where your nervous system gets to power down. How you spend your money. You cannot control prices, but you can control your next choice. One smart choice repeated consistently is how people build stability. How you handle your next task. You can choose to do the next right thing instead of trying to do everything at once. How you take care of your body. You cannot control getting older, but you can control hydration, movement, sleep, and getting help when you need it. Now, not control list examples. The weather, other people's moods, corporate decisions, the past, someone else's bad attitude, whether a person ever apologizes, whether the world is fair on a given day, whether a company changes direction without warning. Those are real problems, and they matter, but you cannot steer them by worrying harder. Here is the key. Putting something on the not control list does not mean you do not care. It means you stop paying for it with your peace. A lot of people do the lists. Then they still keep the argument running in their head. They put the weight down on paper, then they pick it right back up emotionally. That is where stress lives. So you need a simple sentence. I use this one. If I cannot control it, I will not let it control me. You can care without carrying. You can be responsible without being consumed. This idea is not new. A Stoic teacher named Epictetus built his whole approach around a plain truth. Some things are up to us, and some are not. When you live like everything is up to you, you end up exhausted. When you live like nothing is up to you, you end up defeated. The two-list rule keeps you in the middle where strength lives. You take ownership of what is yours, and you release what is not. Now here is the part that turns this from a nice idea into a real change. You do not try to fix your entire control list. You pick one thing. One. Because the fastest way to lose momentum is to turn self-improvement into another job. You are already working. You are already dealing with life. What you need is a win that you can actually get today. So pick the next right action. Not the perfect plan. Not the total overhaul. The next right action. If money has been stressing you out, the next right action might be opening your bank app and looking at the real number instead of guessing. Then choose one move, cancel one subscription, pack lunch twice, set a small automatic transfer, or write down what is actually due next. Small moves build confidence because they prove you are not stuck. If work has been stressing you out, the next right action might be writing the top 3 tasks for tomorrow and stopping there. Not 10. 3. Then show up and finish the first one before you let messages and noise steal your attention. If your health has been stressing you out, the next right action might be a 10-minute walk, a glass of water, or booking the appointment you have been putting off. Tiny actions are not weak. They are how you get traction when you are tired. If relationships have been stressing you out, the next right action might be one calm boundary. Not a speech, not a fight. One clear sentence. I can help, but I cannot do it all. Or I can do that, but not today. Or I need respect when we talk. That is not anger. That is self-respect. Now let me show you how this plays out in real life. Say someone at work comes in hot. They are irritated, short, maybe even disrespectful. You cannot control their mood. That goes on, not control. But you can control your response. That goes on control. You can pause. You can keep your voice steady. You can ask one clear question. What do you need from me right now? You can handle business without absorbing their chaos. That one skill will protect your energy more than anything else. Another example is the noise outside your life. The internet, the news, the constant opinions. Most of it belongs in not control. You can stay informed without feeding your stress all day. If something is actionable, it belongs in control. If it is not actionable, it belongs in not control. That simple filter keeps you from being emotionally pulled around by things you cannot change. So here is how you finish the two-list rule in a way that actually helps. You make one promise from each side. From control, pick one action you will do today. Small, clear, real. From not control, pick one thing you will release today. That does not mean you pretend it does not exist. It means you stop wrestling it in your head. You let it sit on the paper where it belongs. Then you repeat. Tomorrow, you do the same thing. 2 lists. 1 action, 1 release. That is how you become steadier. Not by pretending life is easy, but by building the habit of focusing your effort where it actually works. And here is the best part. This is positive. This is hopeful. Because it puts you back in the driver's seat of your own mind. You cannot control everything, but you can control more than you think. And every time you act on what you can control, you build self-respect. You build confidence. You build a life that feels more solid from the inside out. Try it today. Give yourself 10 minutes and see how your body feels after you sort the weight. If this message helped you, hit like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell. It helps this channel reach the people who are trying to get their head right and build a better life. And if you know somebody who has been carrying too much, send this to them. It might be the small reset they needed.